pyrolysis plant. If you have this kind of problem, you can have a wait and have a look at this today's live show. We have some information sharing about the waste plastic pyrolysis equipment. And also we have other information about the tire, plastic, or the oil sludge. If you are interested in this kind of business or want to have this equipment, you can contact with us. We are the Chinese manufacturer. That our factory is also in China, but it's very easy to transport to your countries. Well, that more than 120 countries have our equipment. So any questions you want to know, you can just type in the comment place, or if you want to know more information, you can also contact with our sales manager and our engineer to have this kind of information to you. Like our plastic plant, we have 3 kinds of equipment, like the continuous pyrolysis plant, the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant, and the batch type pyrolysis plant. Well, different equipment have different capacity and efficiency. Well, if your raw material is the plastic, then how to choose the different kinds of equipment and the different certificate. And today we will share about this information and some problems that we have during this plastic equipment. For example, the paraffin wax or the other clog problem. We will have a share and how to solve it. We will have a introduce about this. So we are just on the line. So any questions you want to know, you can just type. We are the doing rope manufacturer in China. That we have our own company, own factory is nearby our company. That is nearly 40,000 square meters. So all the device, all the equipment are built by our own factory. So if you want to know more information, know more details about the equipment, about the process, you are also welcome to our factory to visit the equipment. That there are different type, different capacity for the different, like the raw material. So you can have a deep understand about this. If you want to have this kind of service, you can also contact with our sales manager by the WhatsApp, by the email or WeChat if you have, or the telephone. Then our sales manager will contact with you immediately. So we are founded in 2011 and we have a history of 13 years or 14 years. And our factory is founded in 2016. So now we have our own factory and more than 40,000 square meters. So our many customers will come and visit here every day from all over the world. That now we have our customers that is more than 120 countries. So if you want to visit our client's factory, you're also welcomed. You can just ask our sales manager if there are our equipment nearby your region. Then our sales manager can take you to the client's factory and know more information about the equipment. Here are our service. Any questions you want to know, you can also ask. Like what kind of raw materials and some safety problem, safety and environmental protection device, or other information. I'll know that whether you want to know and give you some information, give you some introduce about that. And so today we're going to share that how to solve the problem of wax formation and the plastic pyrolysis. Well, if you have this kind of business and your raw material is the waste tire, you may know that they may have, because the plastic have the paraffin wax in it. Then when we pyrolysis when we have a combustion system and get the oil gas, then when it goes through the condensation system, it's very easy to condense the paraffin wax. The temperature is very low, so we need to equip it with the dewaxing device, or the paraffin in the tube, in the water tank tube, or in the tube condenser tube. It may have a decog, so they may have some press problem, because our equipment in the process is a normal press. But we have this kind of problem, the wax or the decog of the system, it may have temperature or explosion problem. So we need this kind of device, and we have several programs to solve your problem. You can contact with our engineer and tell us your material or your problem, and our engineer can give you different program, different device to solve this problem, like the wax, the reduction tank to use it, and the wax oil we have will not go through the condensation system. It will stored in the wax storage tank. Then to solve this problem, and we need to clean it frequently. And other kind of device, like in the temperature in the reactor, we have some decogging system, and other ways that we need to notice. We need to control the temperature of the reactor when we have the plastic pyrolysis business, because the plastic temperature of the pyrolysis is much more lower than the tire, the oil sludge, or the coal tar oil, and they may have some water contained in it. When we have to burn it, it may be boiled. The water may boil, and the plastic, the paraffin may clog the outlet of the gas. So they may have. It's very important to control the temperature, because if we have a boiled environment, when we clog the outlet, then it also have a pressure problem. So our engineer suggests that when we have the to lower the have the temperature more heating, and we need to control it to lower than 100 degrees at the very beginning. And when the water is evaporated, and when we all just remain the plastic, then we just higher the temperature to 180 and 220 degrees. This is some ways that we control the safety and to have a more high efficiency of the plastic pyrolysis plant. If you have this kind of raw materials, you can also send it or carry it to our factory, and we have an experiment service for you. We have an experiment to test the oil yield and the other products, the quality of other products we can get. So we will have an analysis for you if it can have this business and how many profit you can get. This is all our service that was served by our engineer and our sales manager. Okay, and let's go ahead to see different kinds of plastic, how to choose the raw material, how to choose the equipment, and what kind of equipment that our company have, and about the capacity and the efficiency. Now the picture shows is a fully continuous pyrolysis plant. The first one and the highest efficiency is the newest technique, and it's more environmental friendly and more safe to have this business. So this is the some of the advantages of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. And now here is the daily capacity of 15 ton per day, 20, 30, 50 ton per day. Or if you want a smaller one or a bigger one, you can also contact with our sales manager and give you the program, give you the certificate. So you can see here is a picture that is belong to our clients in Chongqing. And for the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, the raw materials need to be pre-processed. Like if you have the plastic, then we need to crush it to the smaller particles, maybe 1 centimeters nearly, and then we need to dry it. So if there are too much water resist in this raw material, it's not very suitable to have this pyrolysis plant. Or if you maybe have some rock, bricks, or other containers, then we need to remove it at the very beginning at the pre-processed service. But if you have other equipment we will introduce later, we don't need too much the process system. But the efficiency and capacity is much more lower than the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. This is some advantages and disadvantages of the different type. Well, there is not a perfect equipment in the world, so they're just suitable for different raw materials and suitable for different requirements. Then we will know that what's your most requirements and what is a suitable equipment for you. We will give you this suggest and the certificate. And here is the fully automatically PLC system for the fully continuous one. Well, you can just it's an optional device. You can choose the PLC system that will ensure a more automatically running of the equipment, and there's much more labor saving of the whole line. So if you choose this, we will have a PLC panel and a PLC computer and a PLC chamber. Then to just have a monitor of the whole device and to control the temperature, the pressure, and the whole line, the oil sludge, the oil gas. Then we can just run more safely and more automatically. And you can choose the PLC system, or if you don't need, maybe you are in the places the labor's price is much more lower, so we can have just the manual operation of the device. And then is the continued production for 48 hours here shows us is the biggest advantages of the fully continuous, one of the advantages, because it can be used for 24 hours without stop, and it can work just a few days, for 45 to 60 days. So we don't need to just cool down the reactor more frequently and stop the whole production. We can have a frequent, just non-stop work, and the high efficiency of it will give you. Because why we don't need to cool down the reactor? Because we have a technique. We can discharge the carbon black at a very high temperature. So don't need to cool down the reactor because it may cost several hours to have this process. If we save this process to discharge the carbon black at a high temperature, and then by using the winch to discharge the waste stains, and then we can just pack it at a lower temperature or a safe temperature lower than 70 degree. This is the one of the biggest advantages for the high efficiency. So compared with two kinds of the equipment, like the batch type pyrolysis plant, it needs to go down a reactor and lower down the temperature of the carbon black lower than 30 degrees. So for the cooling system, it may cost 8 hours or 6 hours. So if we choose the batch type pyrolysis plant, then we can get one batch for 1 day, not as the fully continuous one. We can run very frequently, we can feed and pyrolysis and discharge the carbon black at the same time. So the high efficiency, and we can process more raw material. If you have much more raw materials per day need to process, then we suggest you can have a fully continuous one. This is just we talk the big processing capacity. The biggest one is 50 tons per day. This reactor is 50 tons per day waste tire and plastic pyrolysis plant. And also we have 40-30 to just to reach to your requirements. And then the time and labor saving, the first advantage is just as it shows, if we use the PLC system, we can have a more labor saving, and because it have a high efficiency, so it's much more time saving. And then is the batch type pyrolysis plant. Well, by the way, the waste tire and waste plastic of the batch type and fully continue, we can all choose different kind of the condensation system, because when your material is the waste plastic, it's very important to choose a good condensation system, or it may have a very big problem of the clogging of the wax. So if your material is the waste plastic, then we suggest you get the water tank condensers. The tube in it will be much more larger, so it's very easy. If we have a clog in it, it's very easy to clean and to check it. And this is, by the way, some suggest of the decocting system. And then the second one is the cost-effective batch type waste plastic pyrolysis plant. You can see the capacity is smaller than the fully continuous one. Well, the smallest one we can have 100 kilogram per day, 500 kilogram per day, and also we have 1 ton, 2 ton, 5 ton. But for the small capacity, most of our clients is for experiment from the college or other bureau. But also, or some clients will buy the small capacity to use at the private using, to get the flue oil yield and use it by itself, or get the non-standard diesel, use at his agricultural machine. But if you want to have a business and to get profit, then most of us will choose the 10 ton per day, 12 ton, 15 ton, 20 ton per day of the plastic and the waste tire pyrolysis plant. How much is it cost for the whole system? Well, the third, because we have different raw material and a different certificate. Well, just the feeding system, which way you chose, and what kind of the condensation system you chose. So the cost is different. If you want to know the quotation, we can send you a cost list for you. You can just talk to us privately. You can say hi to us first, and our sales manager give you a price list for you, and you can have a deep understanding of this, because we have different steps: the feeding system, the pyrolysis system, condensation system, and the discharging system, and the purification system. So different ways you chose, they will have different prices. And then, our friends in this live show, if you want to get the quotation, then you can say hi to us first, because we can't talk with you directly privately. You can say hi to us, and our sales manager will give you the list. Or in the common place, they are our WhatsApp and our email, and or you can just talk to us directly. Or you can leave your WhatsApp, leave your telephone, leave your email to us privately. So then we can have a deep communication to you and give you more introduction about the prices, the certificate, and the market analysis if you wanted to know, because we have our customers more than 120 countries, and different countries have different policies. Maybe some countries will have the subsidies. Some countries is more strict in the purification system. So there are different situations we can have you introduced for you. Okay, and then this is the batch type pyrolysis plant. Well, if you want to have a 5 ton per day the capacity, then you can choose the batch type pyrolysis plant or the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. These two kinds of plants is more suitable for you. And the most cheaper one is the batch type pyrolysis plant. So if you want to get the batch type, you can type your requirements for us, and we can give you analysis about the prices. So here is the easy operation. The first advantages of the batch type pyrolysis plant, and the cost effectively. This is the most effective prices. It's much cheaper than the other two devices, and it's easy to operation because we don't need to have the pre-processed service. If you have the mixed plastic like the household garbage, the medical waste, or other paper mill waste, this kind of plastic, we can all put it into the reactor directly and get the oil sludge or get the oil gas. But if you chose the fully continue or the semi-continue, we need to have the pre-process to crush it and to remove the mixed bricks, remove the water contained in this raw material. And then the good stability. Well, our equipment can use, the batch type can use to more than 3 to 5 years. This is the service life of the batch type. And the fully continuous one, we can have the 8 years, more than 8 years use service life. Because of the materials we use is good, and the ways we built the reactor. If you want to know this information, you can also contact with our manager, or you can come to our factory directly and know this kind of information to you. Well, you can have a comparison of different manufacturer of the waste things pyrolysis equipment. Some of our clients told us that they bought other factories equipment that lasts than 1 year, then the reactor is broken and can't use. But our reactor we can use 3 to 5 years. This is one of some advantages. And multiple use. Well, for our batch type pyrolysis plants, we can have the raw material of the waste tire, waste plastic, the oil sludge, coal tar oil sludge, or the aluminium plastic, or other kind of raw material that contain oil, because we don't need the pre-process. So it's much more multiple use. Just all kinds of the raw material can be pyrolysis and get the oil, or can use the batch type pyrolysis plant. So some of our clients will ask us that I have the waste tire And also we have the waste plastic. So I want to get the two kind of raw materials to have this business, and what kind of equipment that I can choose. Well, we suggest that you can choose the batch type pyrolysis plant and have this business because the technique is the same. Just we need the different, like the cog removal system, or we call it the wax removal system, to solve some unique problem of different raw materials. Here it is. Or if you have the oil sludge or the coal tar sludge, there's two kind of hazardous waste, and we can also use different the same batch type pyrolysis plant. And also we have the decogging system in the reactor for different type and different efficiency, different equipment. The batch type, we have the one way to solve the problem of the clogging in the reactor, and the fully continuous one, we also have another problem, another device to solve this kind of problem. And then this is the free installation of this unit, the pyrolysis plant unit, or we call it the frame time pyrolysis plant. You can see there the frame outside. So it's very easy to installation. You don't need the engineer to have the install, and it's much the cost saving because the capacity is much more lower for the 100 kilogram per day, 500 kilogram per day. So most of our clients use this is for the private use or for the experiment to get the data, have the test to get this. Just a few years, the college in China bought this pyrolysis plant from our company, and then the raw material, it also can be the waste tire, waste plastic, or the sludge, the coal tar sludge. Well, it's a smallest batch type pyrolysis plant. Or if your raw material is the plastic, you can also get this. Don't need much more pre-process. Maybe we need to dry the water, remove the water resist, and the large bricks and the large rock inside. Okay, and here there's some details of the equipment. If you want the quotation, you can just contact with us, and in the comment place we have our email and WhatsApp. You can just contact with us directly. Well, you asked, is feed rotate inside? Yes, of course. We will have a generator to rotate the reactor to get the raw materials heat more evenly, to have a high efficiency of it. You can see here is a reactor, and this is the outlet, and the feeding door. We will have this guide, the metal guide, and then it will have a tube inside to control it to rotate. Outside of it is installation cover to prevent the release of the smoke and to protect the temperature of it. This is a reactor. And if you have any questions more like other data or other information, you can also ask in the comment place, or you can leave your information, leave your comments to us privately, and our sales manager can give you more information if you are interested in this equipment, in this business. Then there are some equipment details of it. This is the boilerplate of the reactor. You can see here, this is the blower plate, where we have the round shape of the reactor head, so it's more can withstand more high temperature and pressure. If you know this business and have a comparison of other equipment, you can have some other manufacturers, not the hammerhead plate, is the plate that is the plant. So, and then this is made of 60 millimeter, or you can choose for the 18 millimeter or 20 millimeter. We'll reach two requirements because we have different raw materials, so we'll have different standards to build the reactor. And the material we use is the blower plate, and this is for the solid waste. If your material is the hazardous waste, we can choose the 304 or 306 stainless steel to have a high temperature of the resistant temperature, and when the raw material have some is corrosive, we can choose the stainless steel. And for the details of the reactor, we have 3-step welding process and 1-piece design, no risks for cracking, and long machine service life. This is the installation cover. We have 4 raw materials of it on multiple fire production tests, so guarantee the quality control. This is for the installation cover. And then for the other kind of device, maybe you will ask that is it environmental friendly? Do you have some safety device or environmental protection device? Then here is the environmental protection device, and later I will show you some safety device to ensure a safe environment and a long service life. For example, here is to remove the dust of the carbon black. Because may have some dust when we discharge the carbon black, then we can use the carbon black wind transfer system to don't have the carbon black touch with the environment, to prevent the dust pollution. This is the first one, and the exhaust gas cleaning system is to purify the tail gas, or we can call it the syn gas. Because they have some harmful gas inside the hydrogen sulfide or some other sodium dioxide in it. So we can have this. This is a patent device in our company to clean it, and then the tail gas can return to the reactor to burn it as a heating energy. Then we can save our heating energy much more just exhaust expense. And then the flue gas purification system, because in the combustion system it will have some gas we need to release, and we have different system to purify it, then can reach to different standards to release the gas. This is some of the protection device, and the raw material and the oil yield of different plastic. You can have a look, like the pure. If you get the pure plastic, pure PP, PPS, then the oil yield can reach to 90%. And the other kind of plastic, the pure plastic cable, plastic bag, the oil yield is like here is 80% and 50%. And other we can have 30 to 40% of the carbon black and 10% of the syn gas. So it's 100% use of the whole line. Like we can use the plastic oil to have the combustion system to heat in the blower factory, the bricks factory, and the carbon black is also have a high heating energy, can replace the coal to use, and can be the raw material of the rubber, the paint, then the syngas or the tail gas for maybe 10%, we can just use it directly during the production to return to the reactor and heat the heating system, heat the reactor. This is the all use of the raw material. And also the pure ABS, the oil yield is 40%. Just you need to be attention that this two kind of raw material is not suitable or not available to have the pyrolysis system, because they are not paraffin, they're not oil inside, and much more of it is a paraffin wax. So have a clogging problem of it, and we have some harmful particles in it. So for except the PEC and PVT, all other kind of plastic, we can have the business. And then the solid waste treatment for different raw materials, like the plastic that we talk about today is a kind of solid waste, and other solid waste like the waste tire or other rubber or the medical waste. So just instead have a comparison of the hazardous waste, because there are different license we need to have, and different standards, different device, different materials of the reactor. So for the solid waste, maybe in China, we need to reach the standards that for 20,000 tons per day, then it's allowed to have per year. Sorry, then our government allowed you to have this business. And for the hazardous waste, you may need to reach to 30,000 tons per year to have this business. And this is the raw materials we can get for the plastic thing: the flue oil, carbon black, and the thin gas, just as I talked it before. And this is a processing step for the different raw material, the waste plastic, and the crushed plastic is for different equipment. If you get the batch type, then we don't need to have a pre-process, don't need this plastic crusher. We can all put it into the batch type pyrolysis plant. If you have the fully continuous one, then we need to have some pre-process to crush it into the particles. Then we all can get the carbon black, flue gas, and syngas. Just the quality is kind of different. Exactly, the continuous one is much more higher than the batch type one. And the efficiency and the capacity also is more higher than the batch type. So it have a strict standard of the raw material. Then we need to have some pre-process. Except to crush it, we also need to dry it and to remove the some other particles, some other rocks, bricks inside. And then if you have the flue oil, if you don't want to get it to have the heating energy, you want to use it at the agricultural machine or the ferry or other place, then we can have a plastic oil refining plant. Then we can get the diesel. Here is a diesel. Then the diesel is a non-standard diesel. Or if some of our clients told us that their quality of the plastic oil is very high, so they can get the diesel, not the non-standard diesel, from the refining plant. So the diesel they can use at more higher places, more larger places. They can use at the car or the truck or other generator of it. Here is some applications. As I say, the flue oil we can use at the boiler heating and the heavy oil generator, and to refine the diesel. Carbon black, you can have also the boiler heating and the refining. Then the syngas to heating, burning, and to heat the reactor. This is the project case. Well, you can see there are more than 120 countries have our government. Almost all the continent we have our customers. So there are, if you want to visit our clients, you can also talk to our sales manager first and give you the time to visit. This is, you can see, almost all the continents have our customers in Asia, in America, and Africa. Well, by the way, in Africa, are live? Yes, of course. Is there any problem you want to know? We are the Chinese manufacturer to have the waste tire, waste plastic pyrolysis plant. If you're interested, if you have any questions, you can type in the comment place, or you can leave your contact ways to us, and we'll give you a deep introduce of this environment, of this production. Like this husk stand, we have a fully continuous one, and this is also a fully continuous in Chongqing City, China, and Yunnan also have a fully continuous. And the fully continuous one is the newest technique of this pyrolysis business. So just every year there are more and more countries have this fully continuous one. Like now in America, in Russia, in Brazil, India, have our clients to get the fully continuous pyrolysis plant to process the waste tire and waste plastic. Because different regions have different standards, different policies. So if you want to know, is there some government, some standard or some subsidies of your regions, you can also contact with us. We have different sales manager for different regions, can give you some introduce of it. Here is some feedback that you can see. This is a government in India that said it's perfect to run the equipment. You can see here is not a waste of time, have a high efficiency, it's worked well. This is also feedback. And here is the customer in United States, in America. Here is the pre-sale service, on-sale service, and after-sale service for you. And well, it's a long time to get this business, because we first need to get the license of different countries, and we need to have the factory, to find a factory to reach the standards, and to buy the equipment. They may cost 1 month or 2 months to build it, and have to translate the transport and the install, and to train the workers. Well, the whole service for you, we have the 3 steps. When just before you bought our equipment, you can also visit our production workshop. We can give you a one-to-one equipment configuration plan for you by our engineer, because different raw material have different quality and different requirements, and different factory, there are different standards. So our engineer will require to your requirements and to give you the program, give you the configuration plan. And so here that the plan to the placement site is also served by our engineer. And the on-sale service to check the production condition of the machine and communicate the progress of the equipment manufacturing. This is the on-sale service. And after-sale service, we have 1 year warranty, and to guide equipment installation and commission. It's also our engineer can go to your places and how to install the equipment, and the technical training is also served. Because the workers run the equipment is much more important. We need to control the temperature, or need to check it more frequently. It depends on the experiment. So the good worker can help you to get a high quality and high oil yield of your flue oil. Here is a brief profile of our company. You can have a look. Like here, our company's name is the Henan. Henan is a province name. Henan doing environmental protection technology. While we are a subsidiary company of the Henan doing, or the Henan Holdings. So we are a comprehensive environmental equipment manufacturer. So we have the team of the technical design and the research, development, and the machine production, sales, and after-sales service in one. So you can also come to our company. Here is a picture of our company, this two picture, and here is the picture of our factory. So our factory is nearby our company. You can first come to Henan, Zhengzhou City, Henan Province, China, and we can have a contact, communicate of your requirements and give you introduce about our equipment. Then we will go to the factory by car. It's nearby our company, and more than 40,000. So it's very large. There are different prototype and different equipment that's waiting to be delivered, and there are some in different steps to build it. You can have a deep understanding of how to build the equipment and what raw materials we use, what technique we use, and you can have understand of the quality and the service life or the technique. Here is the main board business. We have different subsidiaries. We have 7 subsidiaries. So in this live show is for the solid waste and hazardous waste treatment equipment, just the pyrolysis equipment and the distillation equipment. We have different the 2 kind of plants for you. You can see here the waste tire, waste plastic, the rubber, oil sludge, aluminium plastic is for the pyrolysis plant, and the pyrolysis oil or the used oil like the waste engine oil, the waste lubricate oil, we can have the distillation plant to up the quality of your oil and to use at more places. Here's a certificate and other like from the European Union or other countries. Here is a safety device, just for later I show you just is the environmental protection device, and also we show some decogging device. It's also one of the safety device, because if we decock the tube, they may have some safety problem, the pressure problem. So we have some different other safety device. Let's have a look. The first one is the safety instruments. Like this is the buffer tank to slow down the speed and to settle down the carbon black, to prevent the carbon black clog the tube and the condensation system. And then the generator, we have a high standard to expand the explosion. This is a generator we use. And then like the control panel and other different ways to select the carbon black to have the safety instruments. And then we have the safety device, like the vacuum device is to prevent the flash explosion. If you have the business, you may have know that it's very dangerous to have a flash explosion when the reactor also have some gas remain in it, or the waste things, the waste material is not a pyrolysis more efficiency, or some temperature, the temperature is not lowered to a safe temperature. They may have some safety problems like flash explosion. Then we have the vacuum device to pump the oil sludge in the reactor to the condensation system or the purification system. Then the first, we can get more oil out, and the second is the safety problems to prevent the flash explosion. And the oil-water separator and the water seal is same principle. Is also two safety device to prevent the gas return to the device before these two device, or return to the reactor may have explosion problem. So here is the water seal and the oil-water separator, and here is the safety structure. The main structure is in the reactor. You can see the anti-pressure reactor head. The type we use is the arc-shaped pressure type, the vessel head, which is formed by one-time pressing in the head factory. And the type of the head is particularly strong pressure resistant. This is for the head. Here is the head, and here is the main body of the reactor. And here is the big strain at the output. They avoid carbon black get into the condensation system. Here, this is an outlet side. The first is to prevent the carbon black return to the condensation system and to prevent the clogging problem. And here is the outlet. The tube is different. You can see there's a groove of the tube to contact with the guide, the metal guide, because when we have the pyrolysis business, when we heat the reactor, it may move very frequently because the gas may go very randomly. Then in the outlets, we have the groove in the tube to prevent it move frequently, then to prevent the gas release. Here are some structure, and also we have other like the monitoring of the temperature, the monitor of the pressure to prevent it, prevent the problem, the safety problems. So there are some different devices, except the declogging system for the waste plastic pyrolysis. We also have other safety device. If you have any questions, anything or more information you want to know, you can contact with us, give you more introduce about this. So our live show will have an end in 5 minutes. So if you want to know more, you can contact directly by the WhatsApp, by the email, or by the other telephone or WeChat. So now it's in the morning in China, so I'm not sure is it the good time for you to have the live show. If you have any questions, you can just contact with our sales manager. Then you can contact with them more frequently, not just in the live show. Have a high efficiency, and we'll send you more detailed data, or the quotation. Some of our clients want to get the prices, the cost, but it's not, we can't just quote it in one word because we have different configurations. Okay, and then let's go back to the plastic raw material. Then we can first let's talk about the raw material again, give you some information. Then if you get the waste plastic pyrolysis plant, then what kind of raw materials we can use? It is the PEPS, because the different plastic have different situations. Then we need to have a test about the oil yield, because the pure one most of our clients don't need use it to get the pyrolysis business. They may have a deep processing of the pure PEPS. So most of our plastic we get is the garbage from our daily life, or the construction garbage, or the medical waste. So if you want to have this business, maybe have some in some regions have some subsidiaries. And because the oil yield is different, we can't just give you a short word of the oil yield and the profit. So you can have experiment. You can send your material to our government, to our company, our factory, and give you experiment of the oil yield. Then just how to choose the equipment. We can both choose the batch type and the fully continuous one. Just it depends on if you want to have a pre-process service. And then we need to have a decogging system to remove the paraffin inside the plastic, because we have some safety problems. The plastic, most of our plastic have a paraffin wax in it, and so it's condensed very easy in the condensation system, and we need to equip it with a device, or the dewaxing device. And for example, some different program, we can have a wax reduction tank in it, and we also just can store the wax in the wax storage tank, or other ways, like we have water tank condensers, not the water tube condensers, or other ways have different program or different will just reach to your requirements. And if you want to know this information, you can talk to us directly. Our sales manager can give you the plan of it. So this is today's live show. If you want to know more information, you can contact with us. We are the Doing Rope, a Chinese manufacturer for the waste tire, waste plastic, waste oil sludge, pyrolysis plant. You all can get the device that's built by our own factory. So you can also visit not only our factory, our workshop, but also our client's factory, and get more information about the service life, the market, the profit, or the running environment of the plant, that you can see if there are any pollution from the smoke or the dust, or any pollution in the water or the chemical waste. So if you want, you're welcome to contact with us by the WhatsApp. In the comment place, there are our information. You can just contact with us directly. So thank you for your watching today. We are the Doing Rope. So we will have our live show every week. Maybe in the Chinese time is 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. So you're also welcome to follow us, follow our account, and give you more information, because we have different topic. So thank you for your watching today.